This morning I was musing online over at X, having canceled my subscription to The Atlantic this morning, that I'm down to paying for Wall Street Journal, the Financial Times, news items, from which I'm also an investor. I like to disclose that. The Free Press, commentary, Call Me Back Insider, Pillar Catholic, that the Pillar is for Catholic news, and Cleveland.com for my sports stuff. And I think the Wall Street Journal and the Financial Times are on thin ice with me because I don't know if they're worth the whistle. What do you pay for in media, Vic?
Okay. Well, first, I'd like to point out that the best source of information I get and your listeners can get is actually free, and it's called the Washington Free Beacon. It's free in many ways, including the Weekend Beacon section, but all the news you need. That aside, because of course I obviously work there, I do personally pay for commentary, which I enjoy. And my old boss, John Podhoretz, is the editor-in-chief over there. I do get the Free Press. I do subscribe to Wall Street Journal in print. I used to, and I agree with you. I think the news coverage it can be so atrocious on the reporting side sometimes at the Journal, particularly when it comes to the Middle East. But I still love, obviously, the editorial pages, the op-eds, and the review sections. I even read the Mansion section, Hugh, just to get myself so envious to see what it would be like to have $1 billion and spend $100,000 on a wine cave. That's, really just,
someone told me that they have made a conscious decision to target the aspirationally wealthy because they do super serve with the mansion stuff and with the lifestyle stuff. Yeah. Today they had the oddest story, Vic, about what it's really like to support a big family on a modest income in America, about a 7-member family with one wage earner. And I thought someone must have told them that the word was out that they're super serving the luxury market. They had to bring it down a notch. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the first thought that comes to my mind is probably somebody like our friend Tim Carney. I think he's managed to do just fine, and there are other people. But yes, they do have some amazingly absurd things, particularly the gift buying guides, and that's so clearly geared towards the ultra rich. And you see that obviously in the mansion section with the advertisements for their luxury homes and condos. You can always get an island in the Bahamas, or for the same price, a bungalow in Greenwich. So, really, the choice is yours.
So my question, who's going to survive? I should have mentioned the Free Beacon because I do read the Free Beacon, but I don't pay for it. And so
That's right.
I don't pay for the Times of Israel either. And I read that almost every day and I get updates from the Times of Israel, but I don't pay for it. Do you think legacy media can survive in the subscription format, not the advertising format, the subscription format?
Yeah. Well, we're about to find, the Wall Street Journal is doing just fine, particularly digital subscriptions. They've really managed to pull that off. The Washington Post, we're about to find out if it can get by. It used to have, 500, 600,000 subscribers or something like that. And it's now down to 90,000, right? But Jeff Bezos is obviously trying to turn that ship around. They hired Adam O'Neill to be the editorial page editor and trying to get a lot of their liberal writers and columnists to agree to a buyout. Karen Attiah is refusing that right now, but many others have. It'll really depend on who they bring on board. And if they can convince people like, you and me, obviously you have a history with them, but, to go back and read the Washington Post.
You mean my quitting cost them 510,000 subscriptions? Is that what you're saying,
yes,
Vic?
I believe it's a price that they'll forever, they'll rue the day that happened, Hugh. But, no, I mean,
I didn't realize they only have 90,000 subscribers. Really?
Yeah. At least for I believe that's the print number. And the Journal is obviously doing much better. But eventually everybody's going to be digitalized. And that's the big challenge that all those publications are going to face. And again, I get the Washington Post through work. I wouldn't want to pay for that personally. And then, of course, back in the day, though, I subscribed to a lot of different things, as did you. I love getting daily variety. And they had a Washington
And I got
office.
the LA Times, and I even bought the New York Times, and I'm not a crossword puzzle person. I'm not a Wordle person. I bought the New York Times because they had foreign coverage. But basically, everything is at your fingertips if you curate your X account correctly. And podcast, actually, commentary makes me a better informed person every day I listen to their podcast. every single day. Same with Getting Hammered when you guys are not on hiatus. But you are the laziest podcasters in America right now. So your August includes like June, July, and September. So lots of people aren't working today.
We're doing like European summer hours right now. You know, I think they take, 8-week vacation. So we're like the French. You know, we're going to come back at some point. You'll have to ask your other contributor, Mary Catherine Ham. You know, we'll get the band back together like Oasis did, and it'll be very successful.
Okay, but Vic, you're the arts and culture editor, so I have to get the arts and culture editor's take on MSNBC's new name, MS Now, which is short, like News Opinion World, MS Now, and it's being much mocked by people who are normal. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you. When I hear MS, the first thing I think of is multiple sclerosis, and you want MS never, let alone MS now. The fact is, NBC wanted a clean break from that particular network, obviously being sold to Versant. On the other hand, CNBC gets to keep their name. NBC and the Peacock have no problems with their logo with CNBC, but they definitely had a problem. I think just as damaging as that network no longer being able to see NBC, they can't have the Peacock, one of the most recognizable brands in the world. And that tells
where are they
something.
going to operate? Has the Free Beacon dug deep yet? They had the whole third floor at 30 Rock, and they had a lot of the NBC. I worked for them for 4 years. Where are they physically going? Do you know?
No, I mean, maybe they can go out to Secaucus, New Jersey, just over the river, which is a number of networks are out there. Jersey networks are out there. Maybe that's what happens. I remember in the olden days, CNBC was out of Fort Lee, New Jersey. Maybe they'll end up on the other side of the Hudson. Who knows? But I think tough times are ahead for them.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.